everyone. Welcome to our very first episode of the Flourish Women's Podcast.
We in here.
Welcome.
Hey, everyone.
You ladies are now locked into a judgment-free zone where we take on real issues and meet them with godly truth, wisdom, and transparency. My name is Lakeia Duff, and I am your host for today's episode. How is everybody feeling?
Amazing.
Good. So since today is our first episode, I'll be doing a little bit of housekeeping throughout the episode, just so you guys and our Flourish Women can see how we roll. It's kind of like when you go over somebody's house for the first time, they kind of show you around, tell you where the snacks and stuff at. Give you the tour.
Show me where the snacks
and stuff, and then after that, they tell you, the second time you come, you're not a guest no more. You family.
That's right.
So, ladies, the first episode, you guys are guests, so you'll get to see everybody. I'll introduce you to our co-host, and you'll be able to see their personalities, and we'll talk about what they want to bring to the table and what they envision this podcast to be. Then after that, you guys are a part of the family, so we're going to need you to like, subscribe, and share. But before we get to all of that, I'm going to go ahead and, before we get to the co-hosts and what they are, I think it would be best, before we talk about the future and where we want to go, I think it would be best for us to go back and talk about how this all started, how it all came about, where did this even come from. So I'm going to first go over to our first co-host, Lady Taryn. How are you today,
Hi, ladies. I am so glad to be here today. I'm doing great.
I'm glad you're here.
How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Awesome.
I think it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you. You haven't aged a bit.
Oh, wow. It's that moisturizer. Drinking my water, minding my business. The business that pays me.
Yes. So before we talk to the other co-hosts, I want to get your take on, I know we talked a little bit about it when we were planning for this, but I want you to share with the women what inspired you to even start this podcast, because you're the visionary. She is the one who came up with all of this, put it in motion, called us up and said, this is what we're doing. So how did all of this come about? Where did this start and what got this going?
Okay, wow. So as I shared, this was not in my plans for 2020, but God, he just has a way of setting things up. And, it actually started, or the inspiration for this podcast came from a conference that the Flourish Women did this year. It was the Shift Conference, the Shift event. It was a 2-day event. And on the second day, we had a panel of ladies, and it was just so inspiring to just hear the conversation that they were having, and just talking about real life things, and even hearing the feedback from those who tuned in to that to that event. It was just amazing that a lot of women were inspired by that, and that was just a 1-day thing. So one day I was just doing some praying, and all I could just kept hearing ringing in my ear was just like podcast. So after I heard that, I text Lakeia. It was just like that. Y'all can't see it, but AD is whispering in my ear. Y'all got to get to know her. But yeah, so I text Lakeia and I was like, what do you think about a podcast? And I can't remember exactly what that text message said, but it was like, oh, I love them. I always listen to them. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like confirmation. Yeah. But I was like, we're early stages. I still need to, pray about it a little bit more. I still, of course, wanted to talk to our pastor, being that this is part of our ministry, Flowing Life. Yeah. And I got green lights, got check marks on it. And I said, okay, let's do this thing. Yeah. And I just thought it was great to invite, or would be great to invite the ladies who inspired it, because I felt like these group of ladies, they brought just a great vibe to that, to the panel during that event. And you have a variety of life experiences and perspectives, and I just thought that it would be great to bring something together that we will be able to encourage other women. And it's not like we're here just trying to preach to you about stuff. We're going to talk about some real life things. We're going to have some fun on here. But that's where it started. I know I can go on and on, so I'm gonna slow down just for any other questions that you may have.
Gotcha. Yes, that was really good. And I do want to go back, because you mentioned the Shift Conference. If you ladies have not watched the Shift Conference, it's up on YouTube. It's also on the Flowing
Come
Life
on, shameless
Facebook,
plug.
Facebook page. No, because you're right. That that shift conference was the start of something, I think, for maybe all of us, or maybe it was confirmation for maybe what we are going through. And you're right, we got a lot of feedback about that, and that's how we are here. So I think it would be good if you have not watched it or if you didn't get a chance to join, so go back and check that out. I think it would be very helpful and inspiring to you. So check that out. I want to throw that in there. So I want to jump right in. So I want our co-host to introduce yourself. I want you to tell us a little bit about you and tell us what you're hoping or what you envision this podcast to be. What do you want to come from this? We can start with anyone, whoever wants to go first.
Oh, they all want to go.
I know. I was saying, you guys have a lot to say. Come on.
Okay, hey everyone, I am Jasmine. I am naturally an educator. What I would like for, God's people to benefit from this is to just be receptive to what he wants you to receive. That's my biggest thing. Just be open, be willing to make that shift in your life. If something connects with your soul, take it and apply it. And that's pretty much it. On to the next person.
Hey ladies, I am Lori, and I'm excited just to share the unmasked, uncovered transparency. We try to pack this thing up that looks so pretty, but I know a part of God, the gift that God has given me is to be transparent in love, but do not leave nothing out, because my story or our stories will definitely help you in every area of your life. So I'm excited that I'm able to just tell you my truth and not feel guilty about it, because I know it's going to help you.
That's good.
Awesome. Hey, ladies. My name is My name is Audrey, aka AD. And what I want to see happen here is basically, like they all have stated already, just seeing our transparency and, like Jasmine said, being able to apply it to your life. I will probably add a little bit more humor because I love to laugh, but I'm very down to earth as well. So, like they also said, just be open, just be receptive, and no, you don't have to always quote all these big words and big scriptures and things of that nature. Just kind of come as you are and just be ready for us.
Right.
And ready for what God has for you.
Hello.
All right, well, go ahead, preach.
What's the rest?
Can I get an amen?
Hey.
Lady Terry, would you like to add anything to that?
I ditto what these ladies have shared. Just being able to listen in, like Lakir said in her opening, it's a judgment-free zone. Yes. And, we want to be as real as we can, so we're not here saying that we have it all together. No. But even if there is something that we're dealing with, and we're not just giving you our problems, we're going to talk about the solutions or the ways that we're looking to overcome and just building each other up, because I think that's what it's really about. Yes. You're going to get some spiritual side of it too, but we're going to talk about a lot of practical stuff because sometimes I feel like that can be lacking in the church, and it's things that, if we're able to get some of those things in order, we can continue to move forward, we can continue to flourish. And so, just wanting you all to take from that, it's great.
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same thing. I want ladies to see other women that do not have it all together, that is still working on becoming better, because I know that what's the saying that they say now? Representation matters. But I think seeing people that you can relate to, seeing people that you're like, I don't know where to go, but then you see someone that is doing something that maybe you're doing, or something that you inspire to do, or that a lady that's working on something in the area that you feel like you need to work on. I think when you see those people, real life, tangible people that you can reach out to and talk to, they're not just some superstar that has got 1 million followers that probably doesn't have time to respond. When you have people like that, it's like, I can relate to her. I completely understand where she's coming from. And I think that is what I want this podcast to be. I want you to feel like you are right here with us, that you're a part of the conversation, that you are a part of the Flourish family. Like I said, after this episode, you guys aren't a guest anymore. Like, you're actually a part of the Flourish family. So, we want you to...
I got all my sisters with me.
Hey, okay, I hear you on the tenor. That's why you said you didn't know what that was. You don't know that song?
I said I didn't. Never mind. I was over here like digga.
I didn't hear that part. Oh. Yeah, about that. Sorry, look here. We're gonna behave.
No. I think this is what I want you to see.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
This is what I want everybody to see and feel like they can be a part of.
And we have an audience here. If you happen to hear some children, we're gonna just give a disclaimer today. You know,
Real life.
we have the
You get all
Babysitters
of
Club also here with us.
Real life.
You won't hear them on every episode, but you might hear them on this one.
Like I said, real
We're
life.
family, right?
Right. You get all of
Judgment
us.
free, right?
When you come over, bring your kids.
It's a package.
It's okay. So for this episode, we really just wanted to take a second to introduce you to the personalities that you'll see and the ladies that will be here throughout the upcoming weeks and what we'll be talking about and how we just flow, just introduce you to the family. So if you guys are ever in Charlotte, we really want you to stop by. We are located in Charlotte. The church is called Flowing Life. So if you guys are ever in town, definitely stop by and see us. We welcome you. We want to see you. And also, you can find our podcast on YouTube and all of our social media platforms. So you don't have to worry about missing out. You can find us there. But I hope you ladies have a really good day, and I welcome you to the Flourish family. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you want to jump in the comments, let us know how that you're excited, that you're ready for this podcast. Do that as well. You can like, subscribe, and share if you would like to. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you next week.
See you next time. Bye.
We are
Family.
Get an electric slide on.
When y'all hear it next time, y'all gonna hear that part.